Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Box with the Technical Trader, TechTrader.com. It's Thursday, the 21st of November. These are the charts of the day. Well, the markets had a pretty good finish today, and although they did have a late rollover, they bounced back. And even though it was a kind of a mixed session, I think the technicals didn't belie the trend per se. Anyway, let's take a look at some of the things that came to the forefront today. In particular, the marijuana group, which yesterday's ruling that marijuana would not be a legal offense anymore. They're trying to get that, well, they actually passed that bill, and Mark has really responded in the marijuana sector, that's for sure. Starting off with ACB, in the last 3 days, it exploded from about 215 to about 325. You can see the 3-day run up on a big volume. I suspect we may get a pullback retest, and anything around 2 3/4 might be an interesting opportunity for a move to 390 and 464. Some more stocks in that group, ACGRF, Acreage Holdings, after the downtrend was exploded through today with a monstrous 1.5 million shares up 34%. And closing near the upper end of the range near resistance, that tells me that we may get a follow-through. I'm looking for 9 now, folks, but if we do get a consolidation in this zone, then 9's your next target. Beyond that, perhaps even something up in that zone would be doable around 12. Axsome has been phenomenal for the last couple of weeks, and you can see the run-up that it's had nonstop practically, and blew through new all-time highs today, advancing another 141 or 4.3%, and it is right at resistance. As a matter of fact, looking back at a long-term chart, I don't know why that would be the resistance. I don't see any prior highs there, so let's go back and take another look at it. This is a blowout to new all-time highs. Wow, very impressive. Well, maybe the angle's changed a little bit, and perhaps I'm going to redraw this line on a parallel basis to show you the possibilities, and I think that's telling me the Axsome may be a $50 stock at some point. Take a look at that range. We're going to look for about 45 for starters. That's 10, 11 points from here, but let's look for a pullback consolidation in that zone first. CGC is another. The major player in that group has exploded in 3 days from a low of 1381 to today's high at 2156. That's almost $8, or about 75% just in 3 days. There is resistance in that zone. I suspect we may get a pullback we did late in the day. Anything down near that 18.5, 3/4 range might be a good opportunity. Let's watch this over the next few days to see if it backs and fills or not. And move through 22.5, and this thing might accelerate to get to the first 26 range and then 28.5, 29. There's a gap up there near the 29 level. There's also some resistance there, about 25 3/4. But I'm going to wait for a pullback retest before I enter it, but I am thinking about putting on a swing on it. Clovis. This swing continues to act well since it broke out. We gave you a swing. It's advanced nicely to get over 8. Now, pullback yesterday, another return today. Tells me 9, 9.25 is my target up here where the gap is. Another marijuana stock, Cron, exploded for 3 days as well, and that popped from 6.10 to about 8. And the pullback late in the day tells me this isn't as strong as some of the others, but it's pretty good and the volume's solid. 24 million shares today. Hexo also popped with the biggest volume I've ever seen on it, near 23 million shares today. Exploding it up through the declining tops line, the short-term one, that's right there. And then running up near the resistance level, that any follow-through should get us to 3. Luckin, the Chinese coffee maker, after the coffee purveyor, after the breakaway gap a week and a half ago, this thing's gone nonstop. Now a 2-day pullback and then a return today. Watch the high at 28.85-ish. We get through that, this could be a $30, $32 stock. Luna continues to push another 3 or 4% today. You can see it popped to a new high at 740. And remember where we first gave you that one, in the 3.5 range. MCF, the junior oil and gas stock, broke out of awards today but backed off. Oil stocks were not running today, and that surprised me since oil was up. If we get through 330 on this one, it's a $4 stock. If you don't know which stock in the marijuana group to play, well, maybe the MJ, which is the ETF for the marijuana group, is a player. Is a way to play it, I should say. After coming down 3 days ago to reach 1595, today's high was 1898. There is resistance, and the next target would be somewhere around, I'd have to say, 20 to 21 zone. Right in there. If it pops up there and then pulls back, it might be a great buy. MTEM, thinly traded but running. Today traded 1.5 million, biggest volume I've ever seen in that stock. On its breakaway, pop back up again, running at 182 at 22% on 1.5 million, as I said. Next target has to be upwards of 12. Nuance, well, this is a major breakout of Nuance. The stock has gone to a 4-year high, and the near-term target is near 19, and I'm looking for something up around 22. OGI, another marijuana play. Well, that one exploded as well for 3 days. It's gone from 2 to about 309, and it's at resistance. We get through here, we look for a move to about 3 3/4. PRQR has popped for 2 days in a row, now taking out the pattern. Basically, the declining tops line goes way back in here. Was taken out today. Yesterday's big pop had a nice follow through today, and although it backed off, I'm still looking for a run up to about 10, 10.5, and then 12, 12 1/4. SSI, big short squeeze going on. Stock popped and ran up a 116 or 52%. One of the percent gain leaders today, if not the percent gain leader. I think on a longer term basis, we get up above this zone. The next target is 6, 6.5, and I think that could happen pretty quickly. Stay tuned. Finally, XPEL is running after breaking out of this consolidation wedge type pattern. It's moving up the ranks and had a nice engulfing bar today, looking for about 20, 21 next target. That's it for tonight, everybody. Have a good evening. I'll talk to you tomorrow. TGIF.